I could be. Could very well be. Does say that I'm live on Facebook again. Doesn't seem that I am. Still on Twitch. What about YouTube? There we go. I'm live on YouTube again. Alright. Again, sorry about that, everybody. Streamlabs seem to have died there for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Doesn't really matter. Let's get back to some more Kingdom Come Deliverance. So, and today is a charity stream too. I would like to remind everybody of that. We are streaming for St. Jude Children's Hospital today and for the rest of the week. Up until this next Sunday. And then we will be doing another charity stream. We're going to be doing charity streams all the way through the month of December. So I had to run all the way down here so that he could say that I could go up to the trebuchet to throw the rock. Okay. Let's do this then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there was another nest there. Maybe we could have got another lockpick out of that. Yeah. Alright, Pebbles. Let's get ready to start the siege.
Load the trebuchet.
Load the trebuchet. Yes, load it up. Load me into it. Fling me at them. Wait, Sir Robard. What happened to your armor? I'm not used to seeing you just in regular clothes. Oh, there we go. Just had to look away for a second.
Good luck then.
Where's the lever? Load it up. Thing takes a while to get ready, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, you put that in there. So you can put the rock in there and then it slings it all the way up and around. Alright, go get the rock, man. Yeah. Yes, there you go. Get the rock. You might want help with that. Alright. It looks like the catapult is already loaded, sir. You don't need to load another rocket. Do we have to wait for him to... Alright. Now it's in place. Pull the lever! Woo! Yes! I didn't see the rock. Alright. Wait, Robart, you missed the rock. Oh, the day's work. Alright, Robard. Let's go. What now?
Divish said... Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
Aye. We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all.
Okay.
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. Wait until the 2-day bombardment has finished. Wait 2 days for this? Okay. I assume there's like a thing that you can do after game, you know, stuff that you can do then, so... Alright. Wait the whole 2 days then. Spent like the last week just waiting here at the battlefield. And Henry stood there for 24 hours, motionless. Just staring onward at the siege. It terrified the enemy and the allies alike. Alright. We attack here at almost 1 in the afternoon today. On what I'm gonna say is a Tuesday. Because it's a Tuesday currently for me. Sir Robard is expecting you. Sir Robard! Let's do this.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvan's a stubborn bastard.
Alright,
Okay.
When do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready?
Yes.
If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on 2 fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders.
Oh,
The
okay.
attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
Alright.
How are we going to attack?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit it directly.
Oh.
Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the...
Portcullis?
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
Okay.
And what's the plan for attacking the...
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire. So we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall.
Yeah.
Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
By force.
Either by scaling the west
Yeah.
wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
Okay.
And the inner bailey?
I heard the trebuchet go
That
off
will be
again.
tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
Okay.
I think I've heard every...
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
Yeah, sure.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter.
Yay,
And
thank
as
you.
God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
Okay.
A village lad and an old soldier. This fan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming.
Exactly.
One last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take
Okay,
fast
but that's
track.
usually what I do, and
One
it
position
usually works out okay.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
See you later.
Alright. Let the war begin. Oh. Yeah. Get in there, men. Alright, so I'm not actually going in. Wait, what? Objective failed. Talk to Captain Robart. I talked to him! How is that a fail? Quest completed. Siege. Objective started. Attack and storm the walls. Alright, Henry. Let's do this one more time. Storm the walls. We'll fight our way through. We will kill many of them. Let's go. Helmets on, boys. Yes, get the ladders up there. Shields. No, I've got a bow. I'm gonna take him out with a bow, sir. They're gonna be backing away from this. Alright. Fine. I'll use my shield. Up the ladder, men! Up the ladder. I'm gonna be the first one up there. Scale the walls. Let's go. Aha! Henry is here! Ow, who are you? Yeah. Henry is getting beat up currently, but that's okay. Beat him senseless! Beat him down! Clear the battlements off, yes. Come on, men. Savagely wound them, or just kill them. Either way. Alright. Let's push up. Take them 1 minute at a time. Beat them down. Oh, okay. Guess we're going this way then. I'm in a private area? Oh no, I might be getting arrested soon then. Fight them! Ah. I don't know who hit me with that. Okay, I don't know what just happened. I don't know where I went. Push in. No, I ran out of stamina there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's some other guy trying to hit me in the back. Come on, guys. Oh, sorry, guy. Yeah. Oh, more of you? Yeah. 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 Get away from me. Come on, guys. Kill the one guy that has a shield there. Ow. Yeah, I kind of got hurt there. Ow. Henry, turn to this guy, yeah. Ow. Yeah. Is it just me and Bernard then? Did everybody else lose to like that one guy with the shield? Yeah. Come on, kill him. Yeah. Fight your way through them. Alright, now it's a more even fight, I guess, for Bernard. I don't think Bernard can die, though. Ow. Ah, come on, just push him into the wall and beat him to death. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Come on, Bernard, hit him. He's completely open, just hit him. Yeah, Henry, make contact. Wait, what the hell did he hit him? There. Took long enough to get all those guys out of the way.
We've done them! And now from the south! We'll charge them from the rear!
Alright, sounds good, Bernard. Now I can take my marigold potion. Yes, through here. Alright, Bernard, let's go. Gotta be somewhere in here, right? Yeah. Anybody in here? No, nobody at all. Alright. I guess we're gonna go to the center to beat everybody to death there. You poor man. You went to the wrong stairs. Yes, beat him into submission over there. Oh. Alright. Gained a new agility level. Alright, cool. Another agility level. Great. Alright. Now do we get to break through the interior and try to go in there? I mean, we've slaughtered everybody so far. Alright, only the tower is left.
We should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hamish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Well, yeah.
We're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
We're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish,
Stephanie.
forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Alright. You might not want to tempt Henry. He just killed, like, most of your army by himself.
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry. You've heard what he'll do if we follow them. We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Yeah, good point, Hans. Let's go. Alright, I think it has to load up. I heard either my helmet come down or go up, one of the two. I'm not sure which. Oh, alright. Is this Pebbles? I don't think this is Pebbles. I think this is somebody else's horse. Unless Pebbles got the outfit too. Alright, Sir Hans, let's go.
Yeah.
Just Sir Henry and his best friend going to go save his dad.
Yeah. Truth is, I didn't think much about it. Yeah.
Alright, come on. We're going to the conclusion of this story.
Don't worry, it'll come to you. You'll see.
Well,
alright.
I just hope he'll be there. Alive. What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later.
Alright. Yes, Sir Hans, come on. Become the king that they all need.
What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
Maybe.
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
That is a good point. He is a noble, but yeah, so is Sir Hans, and we've done some pretty shady stuff for him too.
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
Alright. Who's that guy?
There's no sign of them. Move on. Man kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
I feel this might end bad for Sir Hans, though.
All right, Father.
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
Where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world.
Oh.
He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front.
Well, it is my horse. Of course I'm going to be taking the front part
It's
of
like
it.
I always imagined it would be. Teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Alright. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yes, that did seem like it was probably going to be the ending. Well, that was a really cool game. I really enjoyed this one. I'm really glad that I came back and played it again. And actually went all the way through it. We'll be looking forward to a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think that one will be much more interesting too, because Henry will have already been probably already knighted at that point. So it'll be a different start then. Oh. And we get to see the ending too.
Doing well, son.
Hey, it's you.
Father.
Come now. You know whose side you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what?
I mean, for what, Henry? You did so much.
Down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away?
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch.
Oh, hey,
That's for the soul.
Persima TV. How are you? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right.
Sometimes. Sometimes I didn't do the right thing, but sometimes.
I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
Don't go. No.
Henry! Henry!
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Yobst.
Right.
Ah, alright.
I'll go straight away.
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Wait, you're in a private area? What the heck? This is my... whose room did I break in to fall asleep in then? Is there actually, like, another mission? Okay, I am wearing all my gear. I was wondering if I was wearing the other one. Quest started. Epilogue. Oh, there is actually the epilogue to this too? Cool. I was like, that seems like a pretty nice place to leave off anyway. I mean, still leaves a lot open for the second one and all that. Let's see. Gotta go all the way to the other side of town. Get our next mission, I guess. And witness that people can move around without torso. It's okay. Alright. Sirhan, Sirhanish, Radzig, Divish, Robard, and Bernard. I feel like I've done way more than enough to be knighted. Can I please be a knight now? I pretty much single-handedly won a war. I broke into a monastery and stole a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure if that's a knightly deed, but it's something I did. I won the tournament like 8 times now. I feel like I deserve some sort of substantial compensation for all of this. Alright, wait for another loading screen and see what's going on.
Ah, how? Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am.
Yes.
What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
Yes, what does Jobst want from us? Who is Jobst, anyway? Maybe we'll finally get to meet him.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed. But to surrender it means giving up great privileges, too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg.
Okay.
He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it. if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop.
Okay.
I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
Okay.
Have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergholf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Okay.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would
send Henry with him then.
Envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears.
Okay.
There. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Okay. Is this actually what we're going to do, or does the epilogue just end there with knowing that this is going to happen?
It'd be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
Back to your father. Hey, Radzig. How's it going?
Looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes. I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Berghof is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make
Sounds
sure
great.
nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghoff tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Berghoff is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
Oh, there's a lot of questions.
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years. And now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned.
Yeah.
They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Yeah, okay.
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him. But he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
Okay.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas.
Yeah.
You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. He certainly makes a great hunting and drinking companion, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, it's hard to let it go again. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
Maybe.
Who is this Prokop that Jobst...
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted...
This is a lot of stuff to remember.
Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
Okay, League of Lords, who is that?
Lords and that Berghoff we're off to see.
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto, they abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Berghoff has to say.
Okay.
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a crusade against the Turks and was defeated at Nicopolis. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights, most of whom were mercilessly slaughtered.
Oh, yay.
Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslas, but he's arrogant, and to our misfortune, brutal. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslas. Ironically, Wenceslas joined forces with Jobst to liberate him. And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it. God does move in mysterious ways.
I guess...
Rupert of the Palatinate.
Rupert is the prince-elect...
What's a prince-elector?
The prince-electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other prince-electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim. When he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. Now he's doing his utmost to get Wenceslas to acknowledge him, but so far without success. So, now we have two kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he's switched allegiance.
Okay.
That young man, Sir John...
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family with estates. Since the
Oh,
king is
okay.
being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies.
That one's straightforward.
Very well. Take the
Alright, Saranash, there's a bunch of stuff going on and I don't really understand it. So, could you just tell me where to go then?
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Speak to Lord Capon in the courtyard. All right. Let's see if we're actually going to go to wherever this is. Congratulations, you've completed the main storyline. If you like, you can still embark on side quests and activities, or just wander the world. You can end the game anytime afterwards by riding off the map with Sir Hans' squad. Okay. Then I guess I will save the game right here. That way, if we want to, we can come back and play anything. But I kind of want to see what happens when we leave, too, with Sir Hans. You alright, Hans? Did I scare you? Alright. Well, hello, Pebbles. Oh, hang on.
Are you what the?
Where did you come from?
So, can we set off now, Henry?
I can hardly wait.
I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Berghoff is bound to be waiting as eagerly.
Alright, let's go then. Go after Capon. Alright, well this was a really cool game. I really enjoyed this. Super fun. Had so much good story and good characters. It did have some bugs along the way, but that's alright. Oh,
I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord.
Yeah. Yes, I did beat you up the first time we met.
What do you think about Sir Yobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. It beggars belief.
That is quite
Did
true.
you know that King Wenceslas is such a
feckless drunkard?
Yeah.
Really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch. So
Yeah.
What a dismal world where you can't keep trusting your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
Well, I mean, Hans, you also drank quite a lot too.
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
How many men are we bringing with us, Hans? Dang it, I'm stuck on a fence.
And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
Alright. Still wanted to see how many people we got coming with us. I think it's just... Oh, it's just the two of us, huh? 'Cause I'm his personal bodyguard.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle. Men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Yeah. That is also true, Sir Hans. I think we just go through this town and then up the way, and then there's just the exit, more or less. The exit to the world. Yes, I definitely enjoyed this game. It was super fun. I really, really liked it. I liked the characters. I liked the story. I liked the combat a lot. The combat was pretty good. All the other skills were pretty fun to get up to. Maybe not all of them, like the herbalism where it's just collect a bunch of flowers, but other than that, the other ones were pretty fun. Guess I never noticed this shrine before. I've been here many a time. Although maybe it was always during like cutscenes and stuff, so it might not have always, you know, been available. And then I guess whenever Warhorse puts out Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, or the continuation, whatever they're going to call it, then we'll get to see what actually happens here in Bohemia. Where all of this leads and who actually becomes king by the end. Whether, I doubt it's going to be Henry that becomes the king. But I do think Henry will become a knight in some regard. And then, maybe a general or something to somebody. Maybe even to Hans. Maybe Hans will be the king by the end of it. Since he is actually royalty. Like, unless it becomes Radzig becomes king, which I somewhat doubt, but found another cross somewhere. Probably in the middle of the road and I didn't pay attention to it. Alright, I think it's just at the end of this road and then we head off to probably the end credits. Again. Oh, horsemanship went up. Good job, Pebbles. We'll get up a level before we get out of here. Oh, this wagon's just here. Or who's living over there?
Ow!
Wait,
Watch
what?
where you go! Hey!
What the heck? Since he hopped off on me, that counted as hurting me. Oh, okay, so this is our camp then. So we're living over here. Gotcha. Wait, deal with the fire. Yeah, put out the fire. Sir Hans, there was a fire over here. I had to put it out. Huh. And there's just... Wait, St. George's sword is here? That's supposed to be like the best sword. I guess this is just like all the best gear in the game that they just threw here that you can get. Oh, whoop. I guess I technically stole that? I don't know. Anyway. Hello, Sir Hans.
Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Oh, okay, so then this is actually like the ending here.
At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
What?
Alright, I want to see the final scene of this. Yeah. Quest completed. Epilogue. Oh, and now the men show up.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Yeah.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that horseman who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
All right. The end. That's the end of our story. The end of Kingdom Come Deliverance. This was fun. I really enjoyed this. And I look forward to whenever they put out a Kingdom Come 2 or whatever they call it. Because this was really good. Wait, skip. I don't know if I want to skip it. Is it just the music or is there more? Guess it was just the end. Alright. And then you can just continue. Alright. Well, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. Okay, and then it just starts you here, so if you want to head off and do your own thing, you can. Awesome. Alright, well, this seems like a really good place to leave off the stream. at the end of Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is going to be our last stream of Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't think I'll be doing like the side missions, at least on stream. Maybe I'll do them off stream in my own time. But thanks everybody for showing up. I really do appreciate it. Thanks everybody for donating to the charity stream. I really appreciate that too, and so does the charity. You can donate any amount that you would like, and you can donate until the upcoming Sunday. I don't remember exactly what day that is, but until Sunday you can donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. This was a really fun stream, even if we did have some technical difficulties. I do apologize for that. But thanks everybody for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed Kingdom Come Deliverance. And next Friday is when we're going to be streaming probably more Dead by Daylight, I think. We'll probably stream Dead by Daylight that day. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I will talk to all of you guys then. So, till then, stay cool, and bye!